All right, we should be live. Sorry about the last video. I had to cut that off real quick. But let's start over. So yeah, just I wanted to get on and basically do a video just about the Raiders pre-training camp. We don't know all the training camp injuries that will happen, yada yada. But it's that time period where, man, if you're a Raiders fan and you want to listen to someone's opinion or analytics, there's really nothing to really listen to right now. At least this year when we're in Vegas, we'll probably be all over ESPN and all the stations, and we'll be getting a lot of love. But in Oakland, we don't. So, as a fan forever, since I was a little toddler, I always wanted to just listen to news in the off season and just, anticipating the season. So today I thought that I would kind of roll over kind of what we did. We were kind of seeing our full team come together before training camp. We got Hard Knocks. We can kind of talk a little bit about that. And then go into kind of what our team looks like. And then from there we'll kind of just see what we're gonna do. So let's start off with some new additions. We got AB, Tyrell Williams. That was pretty huge. We got the other Brown, Trent Brown. Overpaid that big dude massively. We overpaid him. That's ridiculous. And then we moved him to right tackle, where he had 1 year with the 49ers. So we'll see how that pans out. I'm not quite sure yet about that move. That one might seriously cost us. We added the slot receivers, J.J. Nelson and Ryan Grant, some speed there. I'm not sure if both will make the team. Wide receivers looking good. We also added Marshall and Burfict to that linebacker crew. That's going to help us out a lot. I'm still not sure if we're really quick at linebacker with that, but we got a lot smarter, and we're probably as solid as we've been in a long time with the linebacker crew. So that's also really awesome. And then we added Lamarcus Joyner, which I like Lamarcus, but I mean, if you look at his career statistics, not many interceptions. He is a sure tackler though, and that we do need that. We do need that. So that's awesome. Maybe a bit of an overpay there too. I'm not sold on Joyner being this, max type of player, but we'll see how that goes. We picked up late Incognito, Perfect and Incognito. Those are two dudes with some nastiness, just not great people. But on the field they can produce, and we needed someone at that guard position. So hopefully Incognito can just and play some great ball on that offensive line. Going to rookies, we added Hunter Renfrow, which is awesome. To be honest, he might be our best rookie this year. We'll get into that. If anyone has any questions, just throw it in the chat and we can kind of chat about it as well. Farrell, our first-round draft pick, everyone thinks it's a reach. I think it's great. I think he'll be a solid pro. I don't think he'll be anything special or he won't be a flop or anything. 6 to 7 sacks a season, solid run defense, just kind of what you want. We got Max Crosby. He's got to put on weight and get stronger. I don't see him playing many games this year, but I do see a lot of upside. Trayvon Mullen, lengthy receiver. Lengthy cornerback, that kind of shut people down. So we don't really know what it looks like when people pass to him. We'll see, because he'll get passed to a ton in the NFL. So we'll see if he's actually legit. We got Josh Jacobs. I think he's going to run Rookie of the Year. Like I said, I think Renfro is going to be our really solid player through this draft for coming years. But I think Jacobs has got some really cool talent that Gruden can use, and it might be a perfect fit. And then we can go to Abram, Jonathan Abram. Man, on defense, man, I think we could get defensive rookie of the year. That boy can hit. Oh, man, we just showed up our safety. That was an awesome pick. I love Jonathan Abram. And then we got Ingold, who's a fullback, and I think he'll win the job over Keith Smith. We've had at fullback. Gruden will always keep a fullback, and he'll always use one. And Ingold's going to be younger, and I think he's got better skills at that position. So watch for that in training camp. And then shout out Keelan Doss. I'm from Davis, and he went to UCD, and we have him on the roster too. Long shot to make it. He's got to beat out J.J. Nelson and Ryan Grant, and I wouldn't say it's impossible. So we're going to have to kind of see where that goes. And then I've kind of listed a few breakouts this season. If our season goes well, we need these breakouts to happen. Arden Key and Maurice Hurst. If they don't produce better than they did last season, and Hurst did all right, but I mean, if they don't really have a breakout season, I don't think anything's going to matter too much. Those are two huge positions that we need to fill. Key's got to get to the QB. Maurice Hurst has got to create that pressure up the middle, or everything else is kind of going to be iffy. If they're solid, then we're going to be looking really, really great. So yeah, that's kind of what our team's looking like. I really like our offensive line quite a bit. We've got Colton Miller, Incognito, Hudson, Gabe Jackson, and Trent Brown. Those are some big dudes, and hopefully they can protect Carr. That's nice. We got AB at wideout 1. We got Tyrell at wideout 2. They both can hit the slot as well. Then we got Hunter Renfro, who hopefully he can have he's not going to get all the snaps, but 35, 40 receptions would be lovely. And then we'll go ahead and have a whole bunch of depth behind them with hopefully a Doss Grant or a Doss JJ Nelson. So that's going to be really awesome to look forward to. We got Josh Jacobs in the back, Jalen Richard right there too. Warren will probably beat out DeAndre Washington for third back. That's what I'm calling anyways. So that offense looks cool. We'll throw a fullback in there. And then hopefully Carr can go out there and throw. Now, I didn't mention any tight ends. We have Darren Waller listed as our starter. There's not a lot of premier tight ends in the league unless your name's Travis Kelce or Zach Ertz. So with that being said, hopefully we can just get some production. It's definitely a downgrade from Jared Cook. We'll see what's going to happen here. That kind of gets me a little nervous, but we'll see what goes on. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the season. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of game by game prediction and kind of talk my way through this season. Before I start, though, what in the world? Are you kidding me? Who made this schedule for us? I mean, the NFL made the schedule, but what? Bro. How do you have us away from home? What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a row? I mean, man, that's tough. Weeks 2 through 7, we're just. You got to go 2 and 3. If you don't go 2 and 3, if you go 1 and 4, or the worst case scenario, 0 and 5, it's a wrap. Whole season's over. That portion of your season is the most important portion of the season. A lot of things got to go right with this schedule. It's a little soft at the end, which why I'm saying, best case scenario, we will go 3 and 2 in that week 2 through 7, and then we're just fantastic. We're absolutely phenomenal, looking golden. I don't think that'll happen. I don't think we're good enough to do that. So I think 2 and 5 or 1 and 4, or 2 and 5 or that 1 and whatever is going to be the most popular thing that happens, but we'll have to see. So let's start with those Denver Broncos Monday night. They gave Gruden Monday night again. I don't disagree with it at all. I think that's a pretty cool thing to do for him. He gets to see his buddies back, and he gets to try to get a W on Monday night. It's against the Broncos. We're at home. It's going to be loud. Man, Chris Harris versus AB. I mean, Von Miller trying to get Derek Carr. It's going to be a nasty game. It's going to be great watch. I think we pulled this one off, to be honest. I don't think the Broncos have that great of an offense. I think that we can stop that, and I think AB can ball out. And you can't forget that we got Tyrell and Jacobs. I think Jacobs can show up to this game too. And then our defense needs to come out strong and really ball out, and then show them what we got. This is an important game, but I think that the Broncos really aren't that strong, and I think we can go out there and get this W. Man, Carr, this right here, he's got to come out and win this and be like, yeah, man, I'm the man. Because if he's not, bro, you don't got a lot of time left. You really don't. I think he has to be great in the division this year for him to be in Vegas with us next year. And I really am saying that, bro. Gruden will throw QBs away. Go ask Chris Sims. Boy. So I think we get the W. I think it's going to be close. I think it'll be within one score. I'm thinking AB is going to get a freaking clutch catch somewhere in this game. I think we're going to get some good running from our backs, and I think our defense is actually going to be much better than we think going into this week. It's going to propel us to a win, and that's crazy. In Monday night, week 1 win, but I think we can get that done. But then we're heading into our last home game until 2 weeks after our bye, which is week 6. So we move on to playing Mr. Patrick Mahomes and his starless offense now, since apparently his offense likes to hit women. So that's ridiculous. Tyreek Hill out, and was it hitting a wife or a child? I mean, either way, these people are just beating people. So you got Patrick Mahomes, elite last year. We'll see what goes on this year. Honestly, it's week 2. I think that team's way worse. I think the defense is okay there, but man, like, I took a step down last year. They lost their 2 best offensive pieces. I think we surprise this and actually get a W out of this. I think we're better than the Chiefs. Now, if Hill's there, it might be a different story. But if Hill isn't there, I think we get a W. Hands down, W. Derek Carr's mad. He has a terrible record versus the Chiefs. But we're at home. I think he wants to get that win badly. I think he wants to crush him. So I think that we get that W, 2 W's in a row, week 1 and week 2, and we think we're looking good. No one could guard AB in Kansas City or Tyrell Williams. I don't think they could stop our run with Jacobs and Richard. We could slash them up. As long as we can stop Pat, we got to contain him. Don't let him to go absolutely crazy against us. If it turns in to like an offensive juggernaut, I think we lose that game. But I think we could stop that and get some defensive plays to help us slow it down and win this game. And Gruden's going to try to slow this game down, by the way. He's going to run. You might be frustrated. He's going to run. Because you got to slow the game down. If Pat Mahomes is out there, bam, boom, bam, touchdown, get the ball back, throw another touchdown. Can't do that. Slow the ball game down. Don't let Pat Mahomes have the ball 14 times in a game. Okay, can't do that. Let him have it 1.5 times per quarter. That's kind of what you need. So you need long possessions. It's going to be clock management to win this game. But I think Gruden is one of the best coaches at doing that. So I think got a chance. Then we move on. Vikings away. Tough game. The Vikings took a step down last year, though. And I don't love Kirk Cousins, to be honest. Their receiver core is pretty dope. Not going to lie, bro. not going to lie. And their running back, the rookie, can't remember his name right now, but coming off the injury, now he's going to be even more fresh. I think that'll be kind of trouble with us too. And they preach defense over there. I think this is going to be a close game, and it could go either way. But I think we take the L here. The Vikings are just a good combination of offense and defense. And I think Carr is going to have some trouble staying upwards. And I think it's going to be a frustrating game where I think we could have had it, but I think we let it slip. That's as much as I got to say about that game. I think it's going to be a nail biter, but I don't think we come through with it. Then we got to go out there and play Andrew Luck in the Dome. But I think we come through with it. I think AB will ball out more than Andrew Luck's receivers will ball out. I do think that. I think our running game is going to be better than the Colts running game in this game, and I think our defense is going to play better than their defense. Now it's Andrew Luck, but I still think our defense can get to him. He's been sacked in the past. I think we got to get to him, and I think we can. Another close game, but I think we hit this one. I think we get this one, and it's rare to win against Andrew Luck when he's at home. He loves that spot, man. But I think that we can grind one out here. I really do. I don't think it'll be as stressful as you would think in this game. So I'm pretty excited about what's going to go down against the Indianapolis Colts. Now we got to go and go up out there in London. Man, now we're in London against the Bears. Khalil Mack trying to sack Derek Carr. Man, what am I supposed to say with this game? I mean, do I want to win? Yeah. Do I want to say we're going to win? Yes. Do I think we're going to win? Not really. Elite defense. Best defense Carr's going to see all year. Going to have no time to get it down the field to AB, Tyrell. Going to shut down our running. Defensive game, just what the Bears are going to want. They'll get some scores on us. Our defense will tire. I'd be surprised if we score in this game and see something like a 24-0 win. That's pretty depressing. So I'm going to move on. Bye week after London, early in the season, just what every NFL team does want. Awesome. So we get to prepare extra long to go on the road to Lambeau and face the Packers and Aaron Rodgers. No contest. We get smashed against the Packers. So, we've got 3 wins and 3 losses after this game. So we're 3-3. Packers just destroy us. It won't be really much of a contest. Their defense is improved. Aaron Rodgers is elite. Derek Carr is not. This would be the game, like if we won this game and Derek Carr balled out and beat Aaron Rodgers, this could be like the biggest game in Derek Carr's career. However, I don't think that that's going to happen. And since I don't think that's going to happen, I don't think this game's going to be much of a actual game. 3-3, it's not the end of the world yet. And then we move on to the last long stretch of this against the Texans. Boy, oh boy. I don't generally like the Raiders playing a quarterback that can rush. Watson is baller. Hopkins is nasty. I don't think any of our cornerbacks can guard him. I think Hop is the number 1 receiver in the league. So, that's going to be rough. The Texans defense is always solid. So there's nothing we can do here but take a big fat L. So, man, that gets us to 3-4 with losses to the Vikings, the Bears, the Packers, and the Texans, wins to the Broncos, Chiefs, and Colts. So it's not where you want to be, but it's also not as bad as it could be. It's not as bad as it could be. So moving forward, we get back home against the Lions. Detroit, they got to travel all the way out to Oakland. And I think we're a better ball squad than them defensively and offensively. I think Carr and Matthew Stafford are kind of similar. So I think AB's going to ball out on this team. I think our offense will shine in this team. I think our defense will shine. I think Matthew will throw a pick or two, maybe a pick six. I think we pull away a victory here, even it out 4-4. I think it'll be a really good showing for us, actually. So it'll be refreshing. We're back home. It'll be nice. We'll have a crowd behind us. So the offense will be able to get into a groove. It won't be as crazy loud. So I like this game. I like the time it comes. I think we get a W. This is weird. Chargers. Late in the schedule, we haven't seen the Chargers yet, and the Chargers come to the Coliseum. And I think that we pull one out here too. So I think the Chargers are okay defensively. I think we're actually better than them offensively now. I don't think anyone can guard AB. I really don't in this game. I think Tyrell will have a cool game coming back to the Chargers. So I think Tyrell's going to have his first revenge game here, if that's what you call it, some revenge game. So that's going to be really cool. Phillip is 60? So, I mean, he's got to slow down eventually. So I think we could hit him up and rough him up a bit, make him throw some of those errant passes he loves throwing, pick him off once or twice, get him frustrated. I think we can get this game. And I think that Gruden's going to want to. Gruden gets pumped up for these divisional games. He'll pump the team up. They're at home. Phillip's not going to be able to hear well. It's going to be crazy. I think we just put a smacking on them. So, we go ahead and down the line, and the Chargers, 2 home games in a row. So what we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins right now. So it's not terrible. It's not terrible. So with that, we'll move on and see what we can do. Bengals come in. I circled this matchup. I think this is our easiest matchup. I think we just absolutely throttle the Bengals. No chance. They don't have any chance, I don't think. I mean, this is the gimme game that we have on our only one gimme game, and I think that's the gimme game. I think we should just take this easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and move on. I think that our defensive coordinator that's from Cincinnati is world perfect if he's still playing and he's still healthy or not suspended. We'll come in there and we'll just wipe it clean and get the hell out of there. So that's going to be really nice to see go down. And then we move. We go to New York, face the Jets. I don't think Sam Darnold's that great. I don't think the Jets are that great. They spent hell of money on Bell. I mean, there's nothing really I can say there, but I think we should get an easy W here. It's not a gimme like the Bengals, but I think that we get them. They've always got a good defensive line. Running's going to be tough. We got to mix it up. We got to play some good play action. We got to have some tosses and pitches in here. But if Gruden gets this game correct and creates a good package for these Jets, I think we can come away scoring a ton. And I think our defense can stop any of the weapons they have. I'm not really impressed with anyone they've got over there. I think that our defense will be up to the challenge to stop these guys. So I think we get a win against the Jets too. And with that, we throw down 4 straight wins. That's huge. That's huge. Let's see exactly where I'm at real quick right now. WW, we got the loss. We got the W, then we got the loss, then we got the loss, then we got the loss, dub, 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 dub. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7 wins, and we've got 4 losses right now. And then we hit the Chiefs. We hit the Chiefs away. No. Derek Carr can't beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead. He just cannot. If anyone could ever tell me that Derek Carr has a chance in Arrowhead, no, he does not. Never, 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 never. It's later in the season, too. It's going to be cold. It's going to be a hard game for receiving. They'll play tougher than us. I don't think that we'll have a great chance here. And this will be a really important game. And when important games matter, that's when we choke and the Chiefs don't. Andy Reid doesn't choke like that. So I think we get a good choke L away in Arrowhead, and we don't really have much of a chance. I think the game might be close to first or second quarter, but it's going to pull away third and fourth, and we're not going to be happy with the Raiders fans. It's going to be sad, but we're gonna split it with the Chiefs. But then we go back home and face the weak Titans. I don't know why people think the Titans are that good. Dude, Mariota might be as good as Derek Carr or worse. I don't like their team. They made some additions, but I mean, man, if we can't get them here, I mean, we shouldn't be getting anyone. So I think we get the W here. I don't think it's going to be too much of a struggle. I mean, they don't really have a strong running game. I don't really love their receivers. I think in Oakland they'll struggle. I think we're going to go ahead and get the W here at home against the Titans. But I do think that the following week, those Jags, man, that defense, that's some real defense. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but this is the hardest team for me to analyze, the Jaguars. I don't know what way they're going to go this year, but I have a feeling they're going to get back to greatness. Man, would anyone pay to see Jalen Ramsey and AB duel it out? I unfortunately think Ramsey will get the better of them. The linebacker crew is disgusting. Their defensive line is nasty. I don't think Nick Foles is as great as everyone thinks he is, but it's going to be good enough to get the W against us, unfortunately. We just won't be able to move the rock against this defense. They're just so clutch. And it's sad because it's a home game and we need to win all these home games, as many as we can, but it's not going to happen against those Jags, man. When I saw the schedule when it came out, when I sat at the bottom of the schedule, I was just so upset because we could have put a good run together, and then Jag just smack at home. Like, couldn't that have been anyone else? That just, it really hurts. And then that's our last home game forever. That's why I'm back and forth. I'm like, man, can we get that last game in Oakland ever W? It's so hard. I think that game's going to be so close. I think that's our season right there. So circle that game, star that game for y'all guys. If we could turn that L into a W, and if people could convince me somehow that we get a W against the Jags and it's not an L, I see us right on the verge of having a really cool season. That one's tough. I want to give the W, but I can't just give the W because it's the last game in Oakland. Then we go to LA and face the Chargers in LA. And I think that we're going to go ahead and sweep the Chargers this year. I really do. They lost Tyrell. I think some of their stuff's not going to pan out as well as they thought it was going to. So I think we're going to get the W against the Chargers in LA. I'm not too worried about this game, actually. People think that I'm crazy that we're going to sweep the Chargers. I don't think it's that crazy of a thought or an idea or an opinion. I think that we can easily do it. Now, we could also easily reverse. Like, we're not crazy difference. But I think Philip's getting older, and I think this is the time Derek's got to put the stamp down. And I think that there's no reason that our offense can't score against this defense, and there's no reason we can't get a few turnovers against Philip Rivers in their offense. So I think it goes vice versa, but I think that it should go our way. We're younger, so I think that we can get this done. And it'll be really awesome to see us get a sweep with the Chargers. And then last game of the year is the Broncos away. Going to be cold. Going to be cold, man. We got to do this. Get cold, not just a little cold. It's going to be cold. But last game of the year against the Broncos, I am also feeling like we can sweep the Broncos too and get a W here. I think the Broncos aren't going to be good this year. I think they'll be at the bottom of the division. And I think this game they might not be playing everyone not a lot of effort. Gruden gets pumped up playing these Broncos. Pumped up. I think we get the W here away. Mile High up there. Yes, sir. Yep, we're going to get that. And so that brings us to, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins. So that puts us at 10-6. Now I keep going lower and lower on this. When I looked at the schedule before, I was gracious and gave us week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5 wins. So I had us beating the Bears and the Vikings. And then I kind of, as everything progressed, I kind of looked back and I was like, oh, no, we'll take an L with the Vikings, L with the Bears. And then I've got some fringe games here that I gave as W's that I think could be L's, like I said. So the Colts and the Colts is my biggest fringe, actually. So, but I also have a fringe loss with the Jags. I think we could get it close. It could be a close game. They don't have a great offense at all, except for their running back. So, fringe there. So it could easily be 9-7, 11-5. But I could see us imploding too. So I would say the Chiefs at home, that could also be a fringe. So let me get 2 fringe. The Chiefs at home, I gave us a W. The Colts away, I gave us a W. Those could easily turn into losses. If those do turn into losses, then that makes us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight losses. That would put us at 1-6. And so that's why that Chiefs game is so important, because if we lose that and then we also lost the Colts, we would win the Broncos and lose 6 straight. We'd lose to the Chiefs, Vikings, Colts, Bears, bye, lose to the Packers, and lose to the Texans. Come back and have a 4-game winning streak, right? Which would put us at 5-6. But then we lose to the Chiefs. That's a 5-7. Win to the Titans, 6-7. Lose to the Jags, 6-8. Win, 8-8. For you to tell me that it's going to get worse, I tell you this right now, worst case scenario would be 0-7. Yeah, lose against we could lose all 7 of those, because remember, we're away week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8. I mean, not week 6 because it's our bye, but you get the point. So that's rough. That's hard. So, it could be one of those seasons where we're at, or 8-8, or I saw that 10-6. Like I said, my trajectory is going down a bit. I'll definitely do another one of these after training camp, after we see all the injuries to the league, and make the final call. I'm scared that I'm going to start ending up at that 8-8, but then again, I can't be mad at 8-8. But I'm one of those people that think, man, if we end up 8-8, might as well be 4-12 and get a better draft pick, get one more really great top-notch player, take to Vegas. And by the way, if we go 1-6, I think it'll change the trajectory of how we even play, what guys we play. I think we'll just start losing. I really do. So like I said, I can tell you what our season will look like after that Texans game. After that Texans game. Imagine if you got to if you win out Broncos, Chiefs, Vikings, Colts, Bears, and then you have a bye week and you can lose Packers, Texans, and you're 5-2. That was my original thought. But I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can do that. They're all beatable teams those first 5 weeks. But I don't think we can do it. But let's dissect real quick that week 3, week 4, week 5, our bye week, week 6, week 7, week 8. Those are all the away games, right? So we're at the Vikings, we're at the Colts, we're in London against the Bears. We have a bye. We're at the Packers, and then we're at Texans. It's a lot of travel. I have us with what this game by game we just did. I have us going 1-4. 1-4, losing to the Vikings, losing to the Bears, losing to the Packers, losing to the Texans, winning against the Colts. Now, that Vikings game is winnable. And so is the Texans game. So what if you play best case scenario and we get the Vikings and the Texans? Then all of a sudden we're 3-2 on that road trip. That's what I said previously earlier on. If we were 3-2, that changes it dramatically because that gives us some slack. Like that fringe game, the Chiefs week 2. We could lose. The Chiefs are a good team. Patrick Mahomes, I'm scared of that dude, bro. He's nasty. So I wish that they know in the future. They don't. So like I'm saying, if we lose week 2, it just makes that stretch more meaningful. If we win those first 2 games and we go 1-4, like I said we did, we could still have a cool season if we have that little 4-win streak. That away streak is important, but then the second most important thing is the 3 home games in a row: the Lions, Chargers, Bengals, and then the Jets, who are weak. Those are the Lions, Chargers, Bengals, and Jets. We can sweep that. We can get that, right? So if we have that 4-game winning streak and teeter-totter and go 50% the rest, that gets us to that 10-6 I was talking about. And that's 1-4 against that away, that treacherous. We'd be 2-4 after that. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. We'd be 3-4 after that. So it's not bad. I forgot that I gave us that one with the Colts. So that's big. That chunk in the middle of the schedule makes the first 2 games. You think, man, week 1 and week 2, you go 1-1, you're happy with it. You go 0-2, it's not the end of the world. If we go 0-2, it's the end of the world. All right. They destroyed our schedule. They tore us up with this schedule in that now those first 2 games are extremely important because we don't see home until we face the Lions. It makes that 4 stretch, the Lions, Chargers, Bengals, and Jets, a little more important, instead of maybe going 2-2 and being mediocre. Now you got to go 3-1 or sweep those dudes. Because you're not gonna go 4. You're the Raiders, right? We're not there yet to be able to do too much in that stretch of being away, young team. You got AB, a good vet in Tyrell Williams. We brought some vets in, but man, that's a very difficult stretch. And which is why everyone's talking about how Derek Carr is so important this season. He is, because if he can't get this group through that stretch, no one's going to be happy. It's going to be a bad locker room. I would have been circling it. You know what? I'd already have plans if I was Derek Carr. I hope they do have plans. I hope he already has plans for what he's going to do in that stretch. It's a hard stretch. I don't see how we get through it easily. I think this season plays out dependent on after that game against the Texans. It'll be cool to see, because once that Texans game is done, I'll really be able to look at this and just kind of see exactly what's going on, man. If we're 0-4 or, only have one win, which is extremely, it could happen, then, man, we might just go for that first overall pick. And then all of a sudden, Derek Carr is not our QB. So Derek Carr controls his fate this year. He absolutely controls everything, as long as Gruden gives him the keys and allows him to play a little bit more aggressively. I don't think they played more than 50% of the playbook last year, because they already knew they were garbage, so they didn't give the league anything that they were going to use this year. Smart move. With that, that's a little bit of our what our roster is looking like pre-training camp. No major injuries before training camp, which is awesome. We are on Hard Knocks, which is really cool. I'm not an HBO subscriber, but I'm for sure going to subscribe for that limited time and watch. I think it's going to be an awesome watch. We don't get a lot of opportunities to do this, so it's going to even be more football in our lives, leading up to preseason games. So that's really cool. And then we've got about 2.5-3 weeks before that starts going, before camp starts going. So that's going to be really awesome too. Camp's not going to be open to public at all, especially because I'm pretty sure because of the hard. So it's just not going to be open out there. So you can't go out there and watch. So you might as well just subscribe to HBO if you don't got it. If you do, watch that. Hard Knocks going to be great. And it's going to be a fun season. Last season in Oakland, it's sad. It really is. Not too many words for it. So, it's going to be pretty cool to see what we can do in this last year in the black hole. I know that there's a ton of us that are going to probably shed a few tears at that last game. And, at least we were given the dignity to know our exact last game. And so, like I said before, if anyone can really persuade me that we're going to go ahead and beat the Jags, it's a teeter-totter for me. It's just, man, why did we have to play the Jags? The last game in Oco, it's going to be Jags. It's going to be a hard get, but everyone's going to be emotional and pumped up. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I think that we can maybe go ahead and grab that game. We'll have to see, but I think that's about it for today. I'm going to be trying to pick like a specific topic, once a week coming up here, and so you guys can follow me, and hopefully I can schedule some so that we can start having some real discussions in here, because I'm all about just kind of chatting about discussions and talking about these guys and see what we all think and what we can all agree or disagree on, we'll have to come up with some specific topics, maybe some rookie topics next time, or maybe even some lineup topics and what we think the offense is going to really look like, what our defense is going to really look like. But yeah, had us going 10-6, but with a few fringe calls, as bad as 8-8, or it could be a total slide through. But like I said, if we play solid up to our strengths and our capabilities, I think 10-6 is the top that we can get. I don't think we get any better than 10-6. I think 10-6 is the best. I think that, that 4-12 like last year is the worst we get. I think 8-8 also realistic. Like I said, the fringe that gets me to 8-8. A lot of people think 8-8 is something that we could really achieve. And we couldn't be mad with 8-8 either. Again, though, so we'll talk a little bit more about game by game as the season get closer, and we'll go from there. So until next time, y'all, I'm gonna be out. Peace.